let's compare the music from Eurovision 2020 to the music from Eurovision 2021, and then decide which year has the better music. What year is stronger? You ready? Let's talk Eurovision. Sup, you fools! Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and yes, I do this every year. I'm putting the link from last year's comparison up here somewhere that you can watch it, but basically what I'll do is, what year is better? Let's talk about this. And this is not the best way to measure it, but it's a tradition, and why break it now? So what I will do is I'll look at every country and their two efforts and decide which year had the better song. 2020 or 2021. I'll choose my favorite, and then we'll add it up in the end, and then we'll know what year has the better music. I know it's not necessarily the only and most sophisticated way to decide it, but it's just for fun anyway, so don't get hung up on details here. As you know, I will make my decision and I'll try to explain it, and I would love for you to do the same thing by leaving a comment in the comment section below, and more videos to come, so always make sure to subscribe to this channel, cause that's what I want you to do. I don't know. But anyway, I haven't done this yet. I haven't really done a comparison, so my gut feeling tells me it'll probably a close race. Maybe 2020 will take the... I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it may be almost a tie this year. We shall see. Anyway, let's get this going randomly. In random order, let's take a look at the songs, and I'll tell you which one I like better. Portugal. Okay. I will say that for the past couple of years, Portugal has not really met my personal expectations. In this case, it's more of a decision based on vocal performance, and the lead singer of the Black Mamba, he sings it well, and I think it's just a tad better than last year's effort. Hopefully next year I'm going to be super excited about the song, but for now I will pick 2021. Ukraine! The song, both songs, like same feel, same genre. If you liked Solove, you will probably like Shum as well. This year's effort, I like it a tad better though. It's not like a huge difference, and I can't even really tell you why it is, but it's just a feeling, and sometimes you just gotta go with your gut feeling. So I'll go once again with 2021. Czech Republic. Again, two decent efforts from Czechia. I just wanted to say Czechia. In Eurovision, we still call it Czech Republic. Anyway, I just think that Omaga is more dynamic, and it managed to keep my attention for a little longer. And so yeah, 21 once again. Germany. Okay, a Violent Thing was a favorite within the ESC bubble. It was fine to me, but I missed charisma and personality in that song, and we certainly have that this year, for better or worse, right? It's probably a controversial decision I'm about to make, but I prefer I Don't Feel Hate by quite a bit actually, so I hope you don't feel any hate when I say 21 is my winner. Holy smokes, 21 is really taking a lead. Okay, that I know that'll change. The Netherlands. Okay, I understand what Django is doing this year, but while some parts are fine to me, Grow is such an amazing piece, such a good song, and Birth of a New Age doesn't even come close according to my personal taste, so no brain on my end. The host nation had a better song in 2020. First point for 2020. Italy. I mean, Five Remora, all day, all night, always. This is even like really a contest here for me. Fire Remora is a masterpiece, and I still can't get over how awesome that song is and what might have been. I think this would have been a contender last year. So sad. But yes, my vote's 2020. Finland. Okay. Axel, a sweet guy, and I wish him nothing but the best. But Blind Channel song is just the best thing that had happened to Finland in many years. So 2021, my friends, no doubt. Romania. Well, I don't have amnesia, and I vividly remember her 2020 effort just being a lot up more my alley, I guess. Alcohol You was a good song, and while Amnesia isn't a bad song, it just comes down to personal preference, and Alcohol You just was my favorite. So 2020 it is. Russia. Manesia, is that how you say your name? That song's wild, right? But Little Big, that's my band, man. Uno, dos, cuatros, they're just as bad as counting as I am, so I gotta go with the quirky 2020 effort. Such a fantastic song. So yeah, 2020. Australia. So that's an easy decision for me. Don't Break Me kind of broke my eardrums, and it was just a tad too whiny. I just wasn't into it. But Technicolour totally works for me. 90s coming back, and most definitely appreciated. So 21 for me, please. Switzerland. Okay, so Jan's Tears, he has a very specific sound, and you gotta appreciate that. But I think his new effort, has a nicer flow to it, and I'm jiving with it a whole lot more. So yeah, another 21, baby. Croatia. Albina. Albina, she has a great song, first of all, right? Tick-Tock gets stuck in your head, in your ear immediately, but I cannot and will not turn my back on Damia's song, which I just loved to pieces. But Croatia, you have 2 good songs, 2 years in a row. I mean, come on. Don't feel too sad, but I gotta be honest, I gotta go with 2020. Lithuania. Okay, The Roop are great. I mean, whether it's On Fire or Discotheque, I'm a fan of both songs, so I just like the dark aggressiveness and of Discotheque better, I guess, and it's just the right song at the right time at Eurovision. So 2021 it is, but once again, that's not a diss towards On Fire. 2 good songs. Denmark. So, listen. Fire and Flamme, probably my guilty pleasure of the year. The more I listen to it, the more I get addicted to this pure 80s sound, and I didn't see it coming because it didn't leave a big mark initially. Ben and Tan's song from last year, it is such an uplifting song, and I just liked it so much. I gotta go with 2020. I got it. North Macedonia. Oh, easy peasy this one. Vasil is showing off his pipes, right? And I am here for it. Here I stand. I feel like he's in his element, and I'm buying what he's selling. I mean, it was an okay song, but now we get to hear his outstanding and beautiful voice. 21, that's my vote. Slovenia. Voda, such a unique song to me. Just the whole song about water, and the sound of it and the feel, it worked for me. It felt like water. So yes, Hallelujah is another competent song, but I gotta give it to 2020. Yeah. The United Kingdom. I know James is really trying hard to get the British fans excited about the contest, and don't get me wrong, My Last Breath was totally overlooked last year. I thought it was a really good song, not perfect, but it was really good. Now, but Amber's, that is so good. One of my favorite upbeat songs this year. I love the brass, and it's just the clear winner here. So Amber's 21. Moldova. This is an interesting one. So listen, we all are allowed to have a guilty pleasure, and last year Prison was mine. It was so strange and super messy, but it became awesome again for that reason. And Sugar, on the other hand, very sweet and corny, but kind of a bob, right? I mean, I gotta go with 21. Israel. So I remember when they put forward the demos this year, Set Me Free was far down on my list even then, so I was shocked when it won by a landslide. It then makes it a better song, just by being herself, and the revamp that was just released brings it up even more. So it makes it a good presentable song, but it just can't hold the water to Fica Libi, which was just awesome from the first to the last note. So I gotta go with 2020 here. Bulgaria. All right, this is tough. So for 2 years in a row, Bulgaria happens to be one of my favorites. I just love Victoria's style, and they all compare it to Billie Eilish, and I will say I like Victoria's music better because it's more melodic, but I digress. So the problem is Tears Getting Sober It was perfect. It was a perfect song. And I cannot turn my back on it. So my vote will be for 2020, but I still love this year's effort as well. I guess Bulgaria, that's a good problem to have. Spain! Okay, Blas. He has a very nice voice. And I guess I'm just not into his style of music, and a whole lot at least. Neither of his efforts are bad though, let's be real here, right? They're not bad, they're fine, but they don't stand out. I felt though as Universal last year was just a little bit more impactful, so there you go, that's my vote, 2020. Serbia. Hurricane, yeah, so they're staying true to their music, right? That's good. Hasta la Vista was fun enough last year, but wears off quickly, while Loco Loco is more fun, melodically just less strenuous, I guess, and has more longevity. So I will give my vote to 2021 once again. Austria. So this is an odd one. I would say that the musicality of Alive is superior to Amen's in my view, but I personally happen to like Amen better. It's kind of grand, and again, not a perfect song, but I prefer it over Alive. So 2021, take my vote already. Belgium. Okay, I actually should like Release Me better with the orchestra and just the genre, but the composition felt a little lazy and just quite uneventful. Now, The Wrong Place is a great, grown-up, adult contemporary song, and it gets better and better the more you listen to it. 2021, it is. Greece. So, Supergirl, it's a youthful song and it pleases a lot of fans. It was a little bit more niche, I find, than Last Dance. I feel as Stefani has really evolved over the past year in his music, like she's growing up. It's just more accessible and I definitely like it better. So, 21, that's my vote. Estonia. Yuko 2020 versus Yuko 2021. I thought actually that What Love Is had such a nice and pleasant melody. I do think that The Lucky One, though, is overall slicker, just a slicker product, and Yuko should feel really good about this latest effort. So I gotta reward that. So 21 it is. Ireland. Okay. This is actually a toughie. Story of My Life was a ball of happiness for me. Like, I put it on and it put a smile on my face. Absolutely my jam and high up in my ranking last year. Now, but Maps, it's just like so good. I even can't. And it feels as Leslie's in her element and she's almost glowing. It feels right. Do you know what I mean? It's coming together. In some ways, I want to flip a coin here, but that's not what we do here. So I will say 21. I feel bad for 2020 because I love that song, but I gotta go with 21. Albania. Albania. I appreciate Albania wanting to send traditional Albanian ballads every single year. It just gets a little old at some point. I probably initially would have chosen 2020, but the revamp of Fall From the Sky just really lost me, while Karma's revamp was an improvement in my view. So I gotta reward that. 21. Congratulations, that's my vote. Norway. I know so many diehard fans wanted Kaino, but I'm really happy with Tix actually. So Ulrika last year, a great singer, great song, and well executed. And you can make a good argument saying that it's the better song. I think I personally just like Fallen Angel better. I like me some retro. This has retro. I really do. So maybe another controversial decision, but I'm going with 21. Sorry. Not sorry. Cyprus. Yes. Yes, I get it. People get tired of the comparison to Lady Gaga, but she channeled her inner Gaga, and I love her music. So it's a compliment when you get that comparison, right? I thought that Sandra, by the way, last year was people were overly critical towards that song. I thought it was a great club banger. I really enjoyed it, but El Diablo is just my jam. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, 21. France. So Tom Lee's his revamp last year actually was an improvement from his original effort, right? Like a whole lot. But come on, Voilà is in a different category and just out of this world. Just hands down on this one. Barbara, my love and admiration. You win this duel 2021. There you go. That's my vote. San Marino. Should I pretend for like 10 seconds to be on the fence here? No, come on. No one will buy that. Come on, Adrenalina. I cannot say it the way she does it. Every Day Until the Cows Come Home. Fantastic song. Queen Need, Slay Us, whatever you say in these circumstances. I love that song. So 21, another vote from me. Yay. Latvia. Samantha Tina. Her music is unique, to say the least, and I feel as The Moon is Rising is kind of like epic in some ways, but it also feels as sometimes maybe she's trying too hard. So I'm gonna go with 2020, but yeah, I don't have a strong opinion either way. Azerbaijan, Efendi, Cleopatra, Matahari. Again, similar to a lot of the other acts, it feels as Cleopatra the sequel, but usually while sequels fail or don't really meet the expectations or able to really do what the first movie or song has done, I feel as Matahari to me is just a little less messy and noisy, and the progression is better, and it just flows, right? So I gotta go with 21 here. Poland. So this is interesting. I mean, Alicia's voice, first of all, is the winner here. And for that alone, I should give it to 2020. And when I first listened to the song from 21, I was kind of like, I'm a little underwhelmed, but I think it has an unfair advantage because I just love 80s music. And Alicia's song was very James Bond, but without taking any kind of twist or anything added to it. And neither does basically The Ride. So they both stay within their genre and safe zone. And I should give it to Alicia because her voice is better, but I just like 80s music so very much. So there comes my bias into play. I can't believe it. I'm giving it to 21. Malta, Destiny. Currently, as at the time of this recording, the betting odds favorite. Destiny would have sold either song, right? So I'm not worried about that. And I said last year, the song, she deserved a better song. No, it was a bad song, but I just don't think it seemed like a jury pleaser, but a televote flop. This year, her effort feels as it could appeal to both the juries and the televoters. I agree with them. I like the song very, very much. It's a fantastic song. So many cool elements to it. I'm not bored the entire 3 minutes. I'm thoroughly entertained. So this is a fairly easy one for me. 21. That's my vote. Georgia, Tournike. Here's the thing. Last year's song, putting aside the lyrics themselves, I like the energy of the song. There was a certain anger and aggressiveness to it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I like that kind of sound. This year, it's more of a mood. It's a feel, like you float, you're just like, kind of relaxing. And it's not a bad song at all. It's getting a little bit of a bad rep within the community. It's not that bad, but at the same time, it doesn't really, you can't compare to last year's effort. I just liked it better. So 2020, that's my vote. Iceland, Dadir. Last year he was, if I had to put money down, I would have given it to Iceland. I think they were the ones to beat last year. I think they could have won this whole thing. This year they're gonna also do a sequel to last year's effort, and it is probably the biggest grower. I liked it the first time. The more I listen to it, the more and more I like it. Think about things I immediately liked. So I feel as that is the reason I will choose 2020, but it's still a good song. Still a good song. And the last one on my list is Sweden, Tusse. So, I wanted the Mama to win this year, but last year Move, I love John Lundvik's music. I like the gospel-inspired sound very much, and Move was totally up my alley, and Tusse's song doesn't do much for me, so this is an easy one, 2020. So those are my votes. Let me take a look at the screen here. That is not what I expected. As I was going through the list, I was feeling, okay, it looks like 21 is winning after all. I thought it would be closer. This is not necessarily the only way to measure, which year is better. This is just more for fun. But yeah, if I follow my rules here, then I will have to say 21 is better than 2020. Hey, that's just a little bit unexpected here. But hey, that's how it goes. Now that I have done this, I'd want you to do the same thing. leave your comparison in the description box so I can take a look at it and see if you agree with me or if you're wrong. I'm kidding, of course. You're allowed to have a different opinion. Thanks for watching the video, and I will be back with my next video, so stay tuned and subscribe, like, all of that stuff, blah, blah, blah. I gotta go. Goodbye.